Says you're feeling a little tired?
It's juice.
It's juice. Why are you tired? What's going on?
Oh, man.
Sandbagger sessions, therapy session.
Yeah. The golf season, the indoor golf season is long. The outdoor golf season is long. I get it. It's my second year being a pro, and I get why pros at the end of the season are just like, give me some snow, get rid of it. And I'm feeling the same way right now. I'm ready just to
Get outside.
Yeah. And
Touch some grass.
Just, touch grass. Yeah. Play golf for myself for a little bit.
A little vacation or something.
Yeah. A vacation. That's not happening. But just some time to myself. Take a week off, do nothing. I'm sure that'll last 3 days. But
yeah.
That's what I'm just tired.
I text you guys today. It's March 24th here in Ontario, and we have snow coming next week. And I'll take a drive somewhere. I don't care. I'll drive 5 hours to touch some grass and hit a ball outdoors.
I mean, if you go south to like Pennsylvania and stuff like that, you probably play right now.
Yeah.
Play some good golf courses in okay shape.
Yeah. We'll see. It's just been winter started early. It's finishing late, but anyway, welcome back everyone to episode 16. And I always forget this at the start of the episode, but we're kind of trending again. So jump back on that bandwagon.
Can we retire?
No, not quite. Maybe me. Sorry.
I didn't.
We're still waiting for your PIF sponsorship
right.
to come.
Yes, that's my sponsor. For the PIF joining us.
Yeah. So another big weekend in golf. We'll do our birdie par bogey. And
can I start with a bogey?
Sure.
My bogey goes to Cole Atkinson. Back-to-back missed cuts. Last week I said this when you made your pick. I said,
I'm just going to cut this bit out.
No, you're not. I said Sahith had no control of his golf ball. Apparently he does inside.
No, he doesn't inside. Not last night.
But this guy approached to the green this week. The first round, 92nd. Second round, 131. Putted great the second round. I think he shot even par. I said it was a terrible pick. I meant it.
It was.
You talked way too much shit for way too long. I'm worried about Sahith. I like watching Sahith play. He's kind of like the modern day Jordan Spieth in a lot of ways because every time he grabs the club, I'm like, what the hell's going to happen? You literally have no idea right now.
Yeah.
He's exciting. He's a great player. I love Sahith. Playing like shit.
He's playing like shit. Not much more you can say. It was a terrible pick.
Do you want to apologize, though? Because
I don't want to apologize for anything. After 2 missed cuts in a row, I'm still $1.6 million in front of you.
You just said before we recorded, I'm in a rut. I need 5 minutes to really do some research. That's perfect for me. Dive in deeper. Dive right in the deep end of data.
I'm going back to vibes.
Okay.
With a little bit of, anyway. But yes, it was a horrible week for me. 2 missed cuts in a row. So no money the past 2 weeks. And you picked up almost 1.9, because of course your money doubled.
Of course.
So you picked up almost 1.9 at the Players, almost 800K at the Valspar with Xander, who came in T4. I need to get back on the bandwagon here pretty quickly, but I am still 1.6 million in front. But hey, it's as we said, it's a long season, but I will not stop talking shit.
Okay.
Don't worry.
Okay, fair enough. Well, my bogey went to you, so there you go.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let's do a bit of a roundup. Today's episode, what we're going to do, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the you can call them whatever you want. Some of the unwritten rules, some of the faux pas, I guess, in golf. We'll debate.
And at the end, let's create a few.
Let's go. I like that.
Yeah,
I like
we're gonna make up our own new unwritten rules.
Our own. I like it. Yeah.
You and I have to abide by for the year.
2 each.
Yeah. 2 each, and we have to somehow abide by them for the year.
Okay, I love it. Before we get into the bulk of the episode, birdie par bogey. So we started with a bogey. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it.
Should have been a double, actually.
I think it was a double. For a double miscut. And for the quality. Look,
I think I'm actually going to give it
an OB.
I'm going to give it a withdraw. I think you should withdraw from this whole thing based on the amount of shit you've talked and what just happened.
I'm still winning.
Yep.
But first thing, so after the Players, and this was incredibly impressive how quickly they turned this around. But PGA Tour, you mentioned it actually on, I think, last week's episode with, I guess, Brian Rolap calling in his buddies from NFL Films, and they did Chasing Sunday. And I mean, like, the quality, and it was released on Tuesday night after the players finished on Sunday. So just incredible turnaround. Yeah, what were your thoughts?
I loved it.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I knew you would.
It kind of got me feeling, oh, this is what it's like inside the ropes again. And it reminded me of like the good times of doing that, right? And I don't think how many people, I think if you don't like it, you probably think there's way more going on inside the ropes. It's pretty boring.
Yeah.
There's a lot of let's just find conversations. My biggest takeaway is I actually have a bunch. Do you want me to go through some of my takeaways here?
From the episode? Yeah, let's do it.
I mean, my biggest...
What do you give it first? What's your score?
I give it a birdie. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was really well done. NFL Films always does something great. That is 10 times better than Full Swing. 10 times better than Full Swing.
Yeah.
Full Swing is to get people into it. This is for the golf sickos.
It's also a lot more real than Full Swing.
Way more real. Full Swing is definitely produced.
Well, and because I was watching, do the guys that do Full Swing, they're the same guys that do Formula One Drive to Survive, right? I'm pretty sure.
I have no idea. Sure.
Yeah. But I was watching Formula One Drive to Survive the other night, and it's entertaining, but it's like, it's so manufactured, you know?
Surface level, manufactured.
Yeah, whereas this was literally...
What was the one Sam Burns was on a walk with the camera crew and his dog? Okay, let's just go for a walk just in case they call. This was real. This was literally conversations that they're capturing inside the ropes. If the PGA Tour offered a package where you could pay for something like this and you could just watch a group full time, I would pay that. Like, I think
people have said this before, having like the equivalent of NFL Red Zone for a PGA Tour tournament, where you just have groups.
I haven't heard that, but I love that too.
Just
mic'd up,
mic'd up groups.
Like PGA,
so no commentary. You could
call it PGA Red Zone because if you're, the final groups or however many, and that'd be so sick. Yeah, but my biggest takeaway was definitely, caddies need to shut up more in a lot of ways. Like the amount of stuff Joe Griner, Joe was trying to tell Akshay just to get him. And maybe that's what Akshay's looking for, right? To keep him positive. But like I just look back to the stuff. I remember one time we were just deep into a miscut and we played well the first day, second day we're just nothing's going on. And I'm just trying to get him into a different spot. I'm like, I know he liked podcasts. I'm like, yeah, so like what podcast you listen to right now? No answer. And I was like, fuck.
Yeah. Just
all right, that didn't work. I gotta shut up for the rest of the round, basically.
Yeah.
And then I remember him grabbing his phone and going to the outhouse, which basically meant I'm going to change my flight.
Yeah.
Which that type of stuff would be sweet too, right? And I think, they obviously had. Did everyone make the cut in this? No, does he? No, everyone made the cut. Yeah.
Everyone made the cut. I mean, so you've got Scotty down here. Scotty wasn't mic'd up. But everyone made the cut.
You can tell Scotty. Everyone loves him. Like he's a dude out there.
I think he's an underrated, chill guy.
Oh, super. Yeah. And like Siwoo is the same way. Like everyone's. I remember Siwoo back in like 2019 at a tournament, and everyone's like, "That guy's hilarious."
Yeah,
like,
Jordan Spieth loves playing with him too.
Everyone loves Siwoo. And he's so funny. I think he's an easy guy to root for. He's got swag here. Like his style is sweet. Just the way he goes about himself. I love Siwoo. I think he's great. Yeah, I think Tom Kim's trying to be Siwoo and it's not working. And Siwoo is just Siwoo.
So because you mentioned Joe Griner, you mentioned Tom Kim, and from knowing me for a few years, you probably know this by now. I'm a pretty intense guy when it comes to sports. And so I think I have a different take than you. I love the intensity. Like, and as you say, you would hope that Akshay has, him and Joe Griner have this, like, that's what Akshay wants. If that's not what Akshay wants, then that's a different story. But I love the intensity.
So you're saying you're playing bad. Let's go in. Hypothetical moment. You're playing bad. And you're in a tournament. And I'm for some reason caddying for you because I have nothing else to fucking do.
Yeah.
And you're playing bad, and I'm giving you like pep talks. That's gonna work for you.
So
because that wouldn't work for me.
No, exactly. Yeah. And this is where we're different. So no, I don't want pep talks. But to me, I could be 15 over after 9 holes.
Yeah.
There's no point in giving up on that round of golf. Like to me, it's like, obviously, my first goal is go out and play well and shoot a good score. Now, if I'm a few holes in, or if I'm 15 over after 9, I'm like, how can I how can I break 90?
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
how can I break 95?
Small goals. Hey, it's a good way to look at it.
And so like, I wouldn't want a pep talk, but I would want to have the same level of intensity as if I'm playing well.
Okay.
And so that I guess that's where I liked what Joe Griner was doing. And it's also why Tom Kim sometimes makes you cringe a little bit, but I like his intensity, you know?
Yeah.
So anyway.
I think Akshay overall, like I don't know what I got out of that. I don't know if I want to root for him more or less, or what he is, or if he's a dweeb, or what he's trying to be. Well, he got an L from me.
He got an L. Interesting. I mean, I just think he's I don't know. Obviously I don't know. I mean, I think he's pretty shy in general. The whole conversation over the tee shot at 17 was super interesting, where he was trying to Joe. I don't know. And again, I don't know if Joe was trying to push him into a wedge. What I took away from that conversation is that Joe was making sure that Akshay was 100% confident in whatever club he was going to hit over that ball. He wasn't necessarily trying to convince him you should hit wedge. But through that conversation, Akshay arrived, no, the shot that I'm comfortable with is different to what you're talking about, and now I'm confident.
I took it a different way. I think Joe was convinced it was a wedge, and then in that moment when Akshay wanted to go with that soft 9, Joe switched his tone to make sure there was confidence.
Yep.
So at the end of the day, right, that Joe probably after was like, you were right there, good call, right? Yep. And I think what Joe was thinking was that's a bad pin back there, and when you go with a 9, there's gonna be less spin, and we have a chance to roll it through the back versus this whole let's just get to the middle of the green and hope, right? So I think we're both saying the same thing in different ways. I think a good caddy realizes when to stop.
Yep.
Right. And I think that was the old thing with Phil and Bones is they always had that. He had one veto a year. Right. And Joe was probably like, this isn't the spot to really lay down on. And when you do that as a caddy, you better be right too. Because if you're wrong and you're really pushing it, well, then
it's a trust, right? Is that you're eroding the trust.
Rickie
as well.
Yeah, Rickie. I just love that he has that emotional support water bottle, is what I called it. He carries that after every shot. He's carrying it, and I think the first time I remember was when he almost won at LACC for the U.S. Open there, and he had it everywhere. Like he goes down, puts it right down beside where he's hitting. I find it so funnier. I thought he was way quieter. He was way quieter than I expected. I thought Rickie would chat a little bit more because he's always a pretty good interview and somewhat insightful, but he's pretty quiet guy out there. Right? And that was kind of interesting.
A surprise for you? Rickie's always struck me as pretty not shy, but man of few words. But the next one you had, which probably was the most insane thing of the whole episode, and he wasn't mic'd up, but he was playing with Akshay, I think.
Yeah, Brooks.
Brooks, and doesn't carry a yardage book.
Yeah, I asked a few caddies and a few pros that have also caddied and whatever, and I could not get a single person to say they've ever seen that before.
So does this mean... Does his caddy carry a yardage book?
His caddy carries a yardage book. He does all the numbers. He's basically picking every single club, and Brooks just like, yep, that sounds good.
Okay.
More of just a field guy out there. And anytime now people are going to see him like, see, I'm a field player. I don't need No, you need a rangefinder. He knows exactly what every shot's going to do. He's talking through the process. He just isn't getting in the weeds of the yardage book. He doesn't want to think about it. And it is insane. It's absolutely insane.
I kind of like that though, because he's obviously the caddy has a yardage book, so he's doing all the numbers. He has full trust in his caddy, and he's like, okay, give me the number. Let's talk about the plan. I'm going to execute the plan. He doesn't.
It's sick. He's just a dog. He's just an athlete.
100%.
He's just like, yeah, cool. Boom.
100%.
Hits it. And that's why he's so fast too. Like he's one of the fastest players out there. Because he just, if he's behind, his caddy's already up at the ball, and he's got the number, and he just, okay, give me the club, and he just hits it. Like it's. Watch out for Brooks. I already said it last week, but I'm telling you now, when we do our Masters pod, we're going to do kind of 2 Masters pods. We got a little preview next week with a guest, and then we're actually going to do our Masters. We're going to do 3 in a row, basically.
Yeah, I love it. I mean, the occasion deserves it.
Brooks should be in the top 10 guys we talk about.
Yeah, he's trending.
He's flushing the golf ball. The putter change into that TaylorMade, the
mallet.
The mallet putter's working a little bit better, and if it gets hot at Augusta, like he scares me now.
Yeah.
And then got her up. I felt like it was a little bit of a miss overall. Like it was like we didn't get anything out of those two. He wasn't playing that.
He wasn't
great.
playing that. Yeah, he wasn't
He
playing.
Didn't seem into it.
Yeah.
He didn't really have that much of a personality. I felt like a little bit of a miss, but yeah, that was kind of my main.
But that didn't surprise me about Goddard. Again, to be honest, there was no surprises for me in terms of character.
Mm-hmm.
Like even Ludwig wasn't mic'd up, but even when he was on the tee with the guys and they're sort of bantering back and forth and stuff, there was no character surprises. For me, the whole thing got a par. And the reason I say this is it was entertaining. It was good. I think I wanted more. That's a really bad way to explain it, but
what more could they have done to give you a birdie, I guess? Because they obviously picked the players ahead of the week, right? Obviously, if one of these guys were really in the mix, could have been awesome. But
yeah, I think that's a thing. I think what more would look like for me. I think what did they have 6 guys mic'd up?
No, just like 4, just the 4.
4. Okay,
Akshay, Rickie, Siwoo, and Goddard.
Right, and I'm sure it's more work, but why not mic up 12? Like have more of a chance of guys in it, because I think it would have been if you had some guys there in the mix that would make it super interesting, because by the tail end of the episode you sort of had Akshay and them not playing so well and they're sort of bantering, like they hit a putt and they're like, oh, that's about how we're all playing today, and it was that's what's funny is that's 90% of the PGA Tour. That's what's crazy to people.
And
maybe it's just bad expectations for me. But again, like coming back to that intensity, like I want to see the intensity. I want to see the
totally. I mean, intensity. The tournament grounds crew stuff. They only did a quick thing of it.
Yes.
That's got to be so exhausting.
I would like to actually on the
whole,
grounds
like
crew.
The work. Like,
I would like to see more focus on that.
I was trying to think of I went into how do you staff this? Okay, these guys are on these hours. These guys, because it's a full during that tournament week. It's got to be a full 100%.
Yep.
No one's 24-hour day job, because they're cutting pins at night.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. I would watch a full documentary on a tournament.
I was just gonna say
and that would get no views, but I would watch it.
No, just 4 days of here's what the crew does for the entire 4 days.
But overall,
awesome.
I thought it was sweet, and I hope they keep doing them. And
yeah,
I doubt they won't be doing it at the Masters, but I'm trying to think of the next one. You might see something, maybe another signature event. You'll probably see something like that, maybe at a Memorial or something like that. But I
would definitely watch it again. Interestingly enough, though, for all of that effort and production value, 620K views in a week, and you got guys like we've spoken about, all the the Grant Horvats and the Brian Bros. Like these guys are getting 1 million views in 24 hours.
Yeah, but I think it's a much different audience.
I agree.
More of the kids watching that stuff. Right?
I 100% agree. What I'm saying is that the effort versus the return, like the amount of production that went into that versus a Grant Horvat YouTube video is a magnitude of probably 100.
Oh, absolutely. They didn't make $1 off of it for sure.
Yeah. So I just thought that was interesting.
But
anyway,
if I'm a young junior player and I'm looking to get better and trying to learn, you would learn 10 times more watching that video than you watch a Grant Horvat versus Phil video and stuff like that.
Agreed.
Even though they're talking through the process, it's not. It's very surface level. And I get why people watch it, and they want the, like you prefer the competition side, right?
Yeah.
And I'm more like, get me in the weeds.
You're into the story.
I thought it was a great story. But
overall, I hope they do more of it. I thought it was excellent. And I thought, like I say, to bring it out literally less than 48 hours or 48 hours after the tournament finished. The only thing I thought, though, and I text you about this, PGA Tour owns 20% of TGL. They premiered this at the same time that TGL playoff started.
Odd choice.
Which is like, okay, think whatever you want about TGL, but if you want eyeballs on this thing, it's felt weird I just thought it was a strange choice. But
I mean, quickly on TGL, we just kind of finished the finals. We were watching a little bit. I was like, you know what? I haven't watched any TGL this year. I'll watch it. And then after like 3 holes, I'm like, this is over. Nice to see Tiger out there. He's not walking the best, but like the guy's flushing it.
Yeah.
He is flushing.
As he do, I saw some short videos, but he was hitting he was hitting his driver off the stinger hole.
Yeah.
He got it. Is he doing that chopped off driver swing everywhere?
No.
Okay.
No. He's hitting, I think, the one drive. So with that, he hit, I think, 175 ball speed on that.
Okay.
And obviously, trying to hit low in the face, you're going to get a little ball speed lower.
Yeah.
But even full swing, he's still up
Yeah.
to like 178. That's more than enough for him to compete.
Have you seen that leg though? Like
it's worrisome. That's for sure.
But not just the way if you actually look at the shape of that, like where there is meant to be like a calf muscle, you know, that kind of natural shit. It's like and we know for a fact that he's lucky to still have a leg, but it's insane that the guy's walking.
Yeah,
and he's
I always take anything that guy says with a grain of salt. He kind of likes to build things up, but yeah, I mean that. Just don't get in cars anymore where you're driving, man. Just. Yeah.
But we also had the Valspar at the weekend, and I thought this was a great tournament, and I loved how much harder the course got over the course of the weekend.
I think that's, again, this is where that stretch where guys are going to be very particular about scheduling during this, and I think that's what they need to change, because you're not going to see the biggest names out there unless they haven't played in X amount of years, and based on status, they have to play certain tournaments, which is probably why Xander ended up at something like this. Mm-hmm. But no, I thought it was great. I thought it was
awesome.
Good tournament. Loved the struggle. Par was great on Sunday, and Matt Fitzpatrick makes a really big birdie late, and I mean, like, for all the overseeding discussion that we've had, you know, when they were in the drones, like that, the course was brown. Love that.
And again, that's what 100%. I agree. Like, who cares? Who cares
if
it's
coming
green?
Over to the good side.
Oh, I've always been. Well, I'm partly on the good side, but no, I thought it was awesome. Obviously, unfortunate for Sungjae, just completely dropped off on Sunday.
Nope, Sungjae dropped off.
Yeah,
that sucked. Yeah. My buddy Will Wilcox, former PGA Tour player, caddies for him.
Okay.
And if you haven't heard Will's story, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Doing drugs, a lot of drugs on the PGA Tour. Basically lost his card because he couldn't.
Oh,
keep
when
it
he was
together.
a player.
Oh yeah, and then even on the Corn Ferry Tour, I remember interviewing him. He claimed he was off the drugs, but he wasn't sober at this point, and he was talking about like, I remember it was so vivid where I was like, this guy's still fucked. Where he was like, I just can't see the brake left to right, but I can see it right to left. And he's like, all this. And we're interviewing him. He's in the middle of a trailer in Alabama.
Yeah.
He lived in a trailer at this point.
Oh, God.
And just to see this guy turn his life around, I remember asking him in that episode or another episode, like, how much money would it take for you to go out and caddy full time? Because at that point, he had no stats, and he said he was done. And he was like, I don't think I'd ever do it. And then a couple of years later, he's got a great bag with Sungjae.
And you mentioned one of the biggest grinders in the game, plays so much.
Exhausting guy, yeah. I think I mentioned that before, but I remember one of the guys in a caddying group used to caddy for him, and I said to him, like, what was it like working for him? And he was like, 12-hour days every single day, Tuesday through Sunday,
on the
miss
range.
Cut or make cut, like,
wow.
No matter what. And I'm sure he's calmed down with that, because eventually you're going to get exhausted. Like, if you look at Sungjae's year over years, like, there's going to be less tournaments, but at one point it was like, there's a tournament. He didn't even have a house. The guy did not have a house forever. For probably his first 5 years on PGA Tour, had no home.
Wow.
He just went wherever.
Yeah.
Which is baffling to me, but
just quickly to round up Matt Fitzpatrick, because we talk about the Masters coming up. In my mind, he's another one to watch. He's had 18 months, a bit of a form slump, but when you look at his stats, when you look at his total strokes gain, he's returning to his sort of 2022, 2023 form. He's obviously narrowly missed out at the Players, so I was super happy to see him get it done. Obviously, your pick was Xander in T4. He's trending as well.
Yeah, Xander looked great. Yeah, just kind of was up there early, and then terrible Saturday, unfortunately. And what was he, 2 back?
He wasn't far back.
But Matt Fitzpatrick, tee to green right now, like, is unbelievable.
Unreal.
His putting is, again, and it's putting. It's going to come and go, but if he gets a hot putter at Augusta, you could watch out for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't love the cross-handed chipping around Augusta. That scares the crap out of me. Have you ever tried to do it?
No, it just looks awkward.
Yeah.
And it also seems like I've seen a couple of occasions now where he hits a chip, and I'm pure observation. It looks hard to control the spin. Like I've seen on 2 separate occasions on 2 different courses, he had a chip and it checks super hard. And he's like, what the hell? You know,
Yeah.
like, I don't know.
I don't know. All I know is I've never seen someone come to the tee with Skechers on and been like, that guy's going to kick my ass today. You know what I mean?
We were
Like,
talking about this at the weekend. He has like
The
weirdest
worst style.
the worst style, the weirdest group of sponsors, and just owns it. I don't even know what Protivity is. He's got Workday, which is like the worst human resources software in the history of the world.
Terrible.
Sketches, 2K. I guess 2K, but yeah, he just owns it. He's like, but he's out there in like
it's bad.
He's out there in the like what used to be like the New Balance dad trainers and just gray everywhere and this weird, I don't know.
It is sick watching his swing changes year over year, like going for speed, the way he's really pushing off that front foot and his foot actually moves way out to the left just to get that power because he's really digging into his balls of his feet and he's pushing backwards off of it.
Yeah.
And I remember they were talking about that he had to feel like he had to get a little closer to the golf ball because every time he's doing that, he's pushing away, he's hitting off the toe, and it's so, like, as a swing nerd, I was just like kind of watching a bunch of those swings, and it's really cool to see, you know, he's a very hard worker. Like, he was one of the first guys that did the stack system.
Hey, no free ads.
You know, booming up his speed that way, the something system. And yeah, he's awesome to watch, other than when he gets near a green, it's like, I can't.
Yeah, it's weird. Talking about putting, though, and this guy unfortunately fell off the bandwagon on Sunday. And look, I guess it was bound to happen because Brandt Snedeker on Saturday, I text you as well, had 21 putts. I think he only hit 9 greens and he shot 4 under. Yeah. It was absolutely insane. And 45 years, 45? Is he 45?
I think he might even be older. Yeah, he's 45. You're right. Sorry.
That's crazy. He's the same age as Justin Rose. He looks way older.
Yeah, I mean, he's kind of fallen off, obviously, in recent years. It's funny if you look at his shot gain profile. It's basically all around the greens. He's got to be losing. Yeah, he's losing strokes off the tee. He's losing strokes approach to the greens, like 161st right now in approach. So
hitting driver off the deck from the tee, though, that was sick.
That was sick. Sneds was always an awesome putter. Does it a very different way, very pop stroke.
Yeah,
I wouldn't necessarily teach that to everybody, but Sneds was great for a long time. Former number 1 in the world.
I think he's a great character.
Kind of a dark part of the history where it was like him and Lee Westwoods of the world were number 1 and Luke Donald was number 1 forever. And you look back.
That is a weird period in golf, isn't it? I don't know why. I don't know why it is.
It was that post-Tiger. Well, he wasn't in post. He was injured. And it was just like, it's just like a weird area where there wasn't.
Well, you went from, no disrespect to these guys, but yeah, you went from Tiger to Brandt Snedeker and
to a bunch
Luke
of
Donald.
guys, right? And they're all like
bunch of accountants,
like a bunch of Jacob Bridgmans is what I'm gonna say. Like that's like imagine if every week you're like, oh, Jacob Bridgman's number 1 in the world, and you take out the Scotty, you take out the Rory, and it's like, you know, it was definitely a lull from like an entertainment standpoint. But like, look at the great short game on Luke Donald. It's like, am I turning on the TV for this? I don't know. Yeah.
Before we get into the bulk of the episode, I just jotted down a few other quick fire things. So you alluded to it last week. I didn't even know. Scotty's got baby number 2 on the way and has withdrawn this week.
Okay,
so
good.
Maybe that. Hopefully that means
let's hope he's ready for the Masters. Yeah.
Do you think they schedule that? You know, like they're like, hey, Masters at this time. Like
maybe. Yeah. I'm trying to think of my dates of like that would have been.
I mean, he's on target with everything else, so I imagine it'd be pretty on target.
Maybe he
just
likes doing it in the heat, man. The heat, like Texas, 110 outside, and he just likes this swamp ass in there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah,
there was actually one thing that I was going to bring up. I didn't, well, I'll find it for a reel or something. But I wonder, because obviously his first son, Bennett, I want to know how many times Bennett has seen his dad win since he was born. Because he's like, what is he, like 2 now? Probably seen his dad win like 12 times.
No, more than that. He won like 10 times last year.
No, he didn't. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm probably wrong. Anyway,
I would say it's like 20.
No, he's just gone past 20 total wins.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
Okay. Either way. Okay. I'm going to say 15.
15.
Guys.
Quickly on Live, so Bryson went back-to-back. He won in South Africa. Massive.
Saw nothing?
No,
Absolutely.
I just saw highlights as well. I'm not getting up at 2:00 in the morning to watch. Although after Jake Knack missed the cut, after Sahith missed the cut, I was like, are we watching Live this weekend?
Weird Freudian slip. It's like every guy you pick missed the cut.
Yeah. But John Rahm came second, and for all players in the world right now, strokes gained, John Rahm is number 1. So he's another one to watch coming into the Masters.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. John he's just annoying the crap out of me.
We already discussed this, right? He's trending down right now. Well, not in his golf game though, but he's trending down otherwise. We already touched on TGL. Tonight was an absolute nightmare. Like they've got I don't know what they need to do, but it's such a roller coaster for me, man. I watch one week and I'm like, this is sick, and it comes down to the 15th hole and you're like, awesome. And then tonight, like, for the fun, do you know what the purse is for? You know, the other week when I said
$9 million for the winner,
$21 million purse.
Now they do have to play. I guess not.
No, they don't have to play that much.
I probably played 9 times to win $1 million. Right?
It's probably I would say the entire season of TGL, because they also rotate the rosters, right? It's 15 holes. It's alt shot. I would say the entire season of TGL they play less than a tournament week.
Yeah, no, 100%. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah, that's a lot of money for.
They got to figure something. I find it entertaining, but I cannot take it seriously.
I find it very funny how the full swing, they have 8 of them behind, and it's like they're clearly only using one of those. It's like it reminds me, like, you know what I mean?
8 of them behind.
So like when they're hitting, you can see 8 full swing monitors behind them, and it kind of reminds me of like when you go see a band play, and you see on the stage, and they got these big amps, and there's all these different amps. It's more old school. Only one of them's plugged in.
Oh yeah,
and it's the same thing.
Plus.
Yeah, it's just to make it look bigger. And it's like,
But I mean, like the full swing. I'll go into it very, very quickly. But last night was also a nightmare. It was Tommy's 105 yards out from the green and sails it 20 yards over.
Yeah, never
just does not happen. We've spoken about it before. It's obviously in their contract. They give the screen a sort of a weird look and walk away, and the commentators go silent.
Yeah,
and it's so obvious what is happening.
Yes,
and you're just like, God. Anyway. TGL is going to get a bogey from me this year. I find it entertaining, but they got to sort something out.
I don't think it's going to be around in 5 years. I really don't.
Yeah, we'll see.
They've invested a lot into it, but
I think.
You know what? Maybe with the new schedule, maybe that's where they're like, oh, well, this will be our TGL season.
But just to have the finals finished tonight after 10 holes. With LA beating them by 7 points is just,
and then they could have had a secondary one if Jupiter won, which would have been exciting, but it was like it was never getting there.
Yeah.
I think we need some. The GM of Jupiter needs to make some changes. We gotta cut Kiz. We gotta bring in a nice young player.
Put Akshay in there full time. Keep Tom Kim.
No. I mean, he's entertaining. I get it.
Yeah, he's entertaining, and he actually plays well in that arena. Anyway, we'll keep moving on. Last one, absolute nightmare finish for Nelly on the LPGA Tour. She 3-putted from I think 3 feet, and lost by 1 shot to Hugh Joo Kim. So but lots of really great stuff from. Oh my God, I'm going to screw up his name. The guy who's the chief marketing officer now used to be at Dude Perfect. Chad, I cannot remember his name.
Chad Coleman.
Yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. Seems like he's doing some great stuff.
From Callaway, yeah.
So really looking forward to seeing what's going, how the LPGA is going to keep trending. But this week, Texas Children's Houston Open. That's such a mouthful of
That's
the Texas. I'm just calling it the Texas Open, which is not really an Open.
I'm going to do some. I keep saying I'm going to do all these things, but I'm going to do something this week at some point and find all the most ridiculous old tournament names, because this is nothing. There are some names that are like the Buick Coca-Cola, Minnesota, Southwest Open Invitational. Like, I'm not even lying. I'm gonna read some of these, and maybe I'll play a game with you next week, real or fake. Of like, are these tournaments real or fake? Because there's so many. Maybe all of them are just real, but they're hilarious. Yeah, that's nothing. But yeah, it's a mouthful. The Houston Open. Let's keep it easy.
Maybe. I was just looking up to see what just popped up. There was a tournament called the Jackie Gleason's Inverary National Airlines Classic.
Yep, that's sick. There's used to be tournaments that were sponsored by cigarette companies, which is also sick.
But yes, Texas this week. Let's get into the picks. And it's my pick this week. I'm going a bit more off vibes, and I'm already not feeling confident, but I'm sticking with it. And this guy is either going to miss me my third cut in a row or is going to place in the top 5, and that's Aldrich Potgieter.
Oh, yeah. No, it's definitely a course where bombers
that's kind of what I'm going for.
It's a big park.
This guy
and hit
averages
it and
329 off the tee. It's insane.
He's a thrower. He's not a pitcher, but he's a thrower for
lost
sure.
a whole bunch of weight this year, too. I think he's lost like 35 pounds. So
I don't like that.
He was looking good.
That's not sick. That's certified not sick. You know what? I'm going on the same vibe.
Okay.
I'm going on the same vibe. Guy finished, plays well at this tournament, finished T5 last year. Hits it far last year, kind of was a little bit of coming out party. Was he just kind of, one of those ball speed imposters?
Just quickly, what do you mean by ball speed imposter?
I mean Potgieter. Basically, hit it as hard as possible, as far as possible, and hit wedges a lot.
Oh, okay. So when you say that, I thought they hit it far, but they're not actually fast. You're saying it's the opposite.
No,
they're fast. They hit it far.
Yeah,
but
the ball speed makes them an imposter to being a good golfer.
Right. Okay.
Right. Like there's
put Potgieter at Oakmont. Like he's just.
That's what I mean. That's what I mean. Where you're like, is this guy a good golfer? I'm not sure. Goddard was one of those guys early where you're like, is he a good golfer? Turns out the guy's awesome.
Turns out he's a flusher.
Right. And Potgieter, I think, is one of those guys that he's going to pick up 3, 4, 5 wins in his career, and
he's 20 and he's already won once.
Yeah, but it's going to be very spotty where he wins.
Do you know what I hope to see this year? I hope to see him on the President's Cup team.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
that's awful.
I interrupted.
That is awful. You're not the captain.
Luckily, I'm not.
Thank God. That's your team would be Potgieter. Jake Knapp would somehow become Australian to
Jason
get
Day.
on. Jason Day, I like that pick. See, that's an okay pick. Tom Kim would be on there.
Tom Kim's going to be on. Like, what does the international team have to pick from?
Well, here's
Let's
the thing.
Be honest.
If we're picking the international team, we have to start with Team South Korea. Obviously from Liv, they just go automatically onto that team, and those are your 4 captains, like playing captains.
What do you mean they can't play on the President's Cup?
No, but you have to. So they're on the team.
You just got.
Yeah, they're on the team. Just put them on the team because they're sick.
De facto.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
And then so they're on the team, and then you go with the Tom Kims. You got to have the Canadians on there. So you take Corey, you take Taylor. We need somebody to convert, to give up their citizenship in the States. Somebody's got to do it, right? Everyone's talking, I'm gonna move away and give up my citizenship.
According to Ryan French, Corey Connors will be playing for the US.
Yeah, well, that could happen. We'll have to fight him on that. But where I was.
Anyway, who the heck is your
former played on the last President's Cup, hasn't been off to the greatest start. In the last little bit, he's kind of just muddling around a little bit.
Okay.
Bomber as well. Putter has really killed him this year. But if he can continue to bomb it off the tee, start to figure out his approach and play and his putting, we got a chance this week. My boy, Taylor Pendrith.
I'm feeling very confident now.
We literally have the same guy.
I am feeling very confident.
We literally have the same guy.
You are going to miss the cut.
I don't like you saying that about my friend.
Now, cue all the things where Steph dives into data golf after his pick and is like, he's pretty weak here, he's pretty weak here, he's pretty weak here.
Last week I went on vibes. This week I'm going on vibes.
Okay.
When we look at the difference, Potgieter he's made 2 out of 7 cuts this year.
Yeah.
Taylor's missed 2. Unfortunately, missed this week. Yeah. That wasn't his golf course. That was not built for him.
Yeah, it's what happens if we both miss the cut? Do we have to watch Liv? Liv isn't on this weekend, but
and when we talk about ball speed imposters, look at this shot gain data. There is for you at home.
We'll put a screenshot of that up.
Put a screenshot up there. Basically, what it is there's in the top right says off the tee, top left says approach. bottom left says around the green, straight bottoms putting, and then off to the right, shot gain total. His line is just a direct line up to shots gained off the tee, and nothing else is even average. Nothing is average. And you're chirping my boy, Taylor Pendrith, President's Cup hero. Currently...
President's Cup hero? He didn't win.
He is a hero on home land. Putt Gator is 150th in the world around the greens, 147th approach the green. Tee to green, 127th. The shot gain total is 144, and he's 20th off the tee.
How many wins has Taylor Pendrith had in the last 2 years?
One.
What? Where?
Not
in the last 2 years.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah. He won the Masters. Taylor Pendrith. Taylor Pendrith. Don't talk about my friends like this. I don't like this. Taylor Pendrith, I believe, won in 2024, if I'm not mistaken, which is in the last 2 years. He won the CJ Cup Byron Nelson.
No, but, okay, sorry, the last two. I mean, this season and last season. Anyway, whatever. Sure, you can have that one. It was
May 2nd, 2024.
You can
it's
have
March
that one.
24th.
You can have that one. Putt Gator v. Pendrith, the PP. PVP.
The PPP.
The PPP.
All right.
So that'll be, who knows what's going to happen this weekend.
You know what? If Taylor beats him, I'm going to get him on the podcast, and to start the podcast, you're going to stare straight in his eyes and make a formal apology.
I will. You know what?
And you're going to read it. You're going to read it from a piece of paper.
Yeah.
I want a statement.
What I'll do is if he beats Putt Gator this weekend, and you can get him on the podcast, I will read into that camera. I mean, you know what? Whether you can get him on the podcast or not, whatever you write down for me.
Okay.
A written statement that you write down for me.
That is.
I feel like I'm in for a bad weekend.
I'll give you guys a preview of how this is gonna go. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Cole Atkinson. Before I read this statement, I would like to formally praise my Lord and Savior, Gabby Golf Girl, for inspiring me to start this podcast. And then it'll go into this statement.
Oh my God. Hold on.
Just a heads up.
Yeah. Okay. So, look, it could be a really bad weekend for me. I'll need to come up with something that you need to do if I beat you. But anyway.
We'll think of it now. Let's get it out.
No. Let's. I'll think of it by the end.
Okay. You think on it.
But let's talk a little bit about it's not even unwritten rules. There's a bunch of stuff in the game of golf and if you're on Twitter, which I've said before is just a cesspool of shit, like whether you're talking about golf or AI or software, it's a cesspool.
Totally, it's the weird party.
It is the weird party. But there's endless arguments about things in the game of golf that should be there, shouldn't be there. And there's really two extremes to this spectrum. So I had an idea today that we go through and discuss some of these things. Now, some of them I think will be relatively straightforward, but some of them not so much. And so I want to have a bit of a, put it out there, have a bit of a debate with you about like
should they stay?
Should they stay? Should they go?
Okay.
And if they should, like, and why? Obviously, like if they should stay, like why should they stay? And I think this is a pretty hot topic because there are lots of things in the game of golf that are very intangible. Like they're not rules per se, they're not rules of the game, but they are just things that you do.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them are good, some of them should stay, some of them should go. So anyway, let's run through the list.
Okay, number one here says dress in full golf attire when you're going to an indoor golf simulator.
Did you?
No, I didn't write that, but I didn't know if that was your unwritten rule or not. So
we can discuss that one.
Okay, go for it.
Because look, when you go to a sim, it's personal preference. But for me, when you live in Ontario and when you have the winter that we have, putting on your favorite golf gear, it's like putting on your favorite suit to go to a wedding.
Okay.
Why do you?
I like that.
Yeah,
I like it's your sadness light. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like your
like-
winter sadness light. I don't know if that's the right term, but you know what I'm talking about? Those like lights that's supposed to beam like UV.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's your version of it.
But if people say, "Well, like, why do you do that?" It's like, why'd you put a tie on for your wedding? I don't know. Like you like
I did
like,
around my head.
But like when we all go to a wedding, right?
Yeah.
It's all just us and our friends, the people that we normally hang out with, and some family and some other people that you don't normally see, that are just in a room drinking, who happen to be dressed up fancy.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that's a bad. I'm saying that's a good thing, because I think that's great.
I mean, I was not fancy at your wedding because I did.
No,
not
you
get
weren't. Well, it
told,
was.
yeah.
We did kind of,
spring it upon me a little bit, but that's fine.
Anyway, but I mean, I guess this is a good segue, because that one was a sort of non-serious one. But I guess I'll lump three into one.
Okay.
First of all, having a collared shirt.
Okay.
Second of all, tucking a shirt in. And third, wearing a belt.
So this is where I think, as I've grown as a person, I try to think, why would that actually bother me anymore? Like, and I think it's kind of the definite, just making sure really where a lot of this comes from, and now I seem like a fucking tech bro book reader here.
You are a tech bro.
R.I.P. Retired. I think a lot of it comes from like the subtle art of not giving a fuck. That book that got big kind of around 2020, 2019. It's like you really only have so much to give. And like all that, like I don't give a shit about any of it. I don't care if you tuck a shirt in. I don't care if you wear a t-shirt. I don't care if you wear jean shorts. I don't care if you wear a basketball jersey. I don't really give a shit about any of it.
Yeah.
Wear whatever the hell you want, because it has zero effect on how I'm going to play or what I'm going to think or how I'm going to feel on the golf course. And I've never understood why people care about what someone 3 fairways over looks like.
So look, I agree with you on that, because I also don't care. I don't look at someone and judge them or lambast them, or I don't know, report them to the clubhouse, whatever it may be. But for me, I think there's an important part of the game, and it goes back to what I just said. Golf is a game of tradition, and it's also, for me personally, it's a ritual, right?
Sure.
Like my golf for me is not the 4 hours that I turn up to the course and play golf and then go home. It's the waking up, being excited in the morning. And again, it's like putting on your favorite suit to go to a wedding. I'm picking out my golf gear, my shorts.
But that's for you. Let's put it on other people.
Oh, okay. So for other people, I still,
because again, I think you're arguing what I'm saying. It's a choice.
So I don't care if I go to a golf course and see people like that. If I were to own a golf course, there would be a reasonable but strict dress code.
Oh, we're complete opposites. We'd have no dress code.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'd have one dress code, and it's that you have to wear golf shoes. That's it. You have to have shoes on. Not even golf shoes. You can sneakers, something.
Yeah,
that is it. Because a lot of that comes just more to like, it's so unhealthy, the pesticides and stuff in your skin.
Oh yeah, no, totally.
All that. That'd be my only, and the you don't know what's out there. Like if you stepped on, let's say, the mower, something chipped off the mower,
no, 100%.
and now you come inside, your foot's bleeding, and so that would be my only. But I would have no sort of dress code.
But for me, at a minimum, I don't care about. Now, look, if you're on tour, I think differently. Like, shirt should always be tucked in. If you're just around here, collared shirt at a minimum. No jeans, no jean shorts. To be honest, that's about it. I don't even care. And again, if your shirt's not tucked in, that's fine, but it needs to be collared. And for me, the reason why this is important is that it is part of the game of golf, in my mind. When we watch the Masters on TV, one of the first things we do, we're like, oh God, what's he wearing? What all the talk a couple of years ago when Jason Day got told to take off his vest, right? Whether you like it or not, it is part of the tradition of the game of golf that you dress well and you look respectable. And to me, that is an important part of the tradition of the game. It upholds the values of the game. It upholds the spirit of the game. And I don't really care what you're doing, but if I owned a golf course, that would be upheld. And when I go out to play on the golf course, I uphold it.
We could do a whole episode on this, so I'm going to just say, touche. I don't want to compete.
Fair enough.
Because for me, at the end of the day, like, I think one of my favorite rounds of golf ever, me and a couple buddies went over the range. We were just going to go to the range, shorts, t-shirts. I think we were just going to chip and putt even. I don't even think we were going to hit the range. And my buddy was wearing a basketball jersey, and we were at a course that had pretty lax dress code. It was spring, early spring. We're like, why don't we just go play 9 holes instead?
Yep.
And he was in flip-flops, and I don't know what the hell I was wearing, and it was fun. We just went out and played.
I'm sure it was fun.
And that's for me is the difference from what I look for in golf is the experience side of things. That was a fun experience just to do it. I wouldn't want to do it every time.
Sure.
But
we know what we need to do. We need to buy a golf course together, and we'll have the 18 holes like the country club, and then we'll have like a 9-hole.
36 hole.
No. Then like a 9-hole par 3 course.
So I only get the par 3 course.
Sure. Yeah,
So,
exactly.
So I run the par 3. Okay. I run the par 3 course in the simulator.
Yeah.
I see where I'm going in my career in golf. I'm just kind of in this tucked in corner. And I guess maybe it's the difference of how you and I look too. Like I'm got all these stupid tattoos all over me, and usually a giant beard, and you're good looking and keep up with
joke,
yourself.
by the way.
Might be carrying a little holiday weight, but that's fine.
Oh my God.
But okay, let's move on. Because I think we could debate this forever.
We absolutely could. I think this next one, you know what? I was about to say we're going to agree. I think we're going to disagree on this next one. No logos from where you're not a member.
Yeah.
So if you're not, again, like if you're on golf Twitter, there's always this debate. Like it's not a rule. If you turn up and you've visited Cypress Point or I don't know, somewhere, Torrey Pines, something like that, and you come back with.
But are you playing the golf course in this hypothetical situation?
So you're playing the golf. You've played the golf course. You go there, you buy a bunch of stuff, and then you come back with your buddies. And I guess I've said logos here, but
so do you agree on this?
Again, I don't care what you do.
Okay.
I think logos on a polo are fine.
Yeah.
Head covers on a driver.
So there's a head cover we got to throw out.
No. But this,
you're not a member.
I don't play this in my bag. I brought it back as memorabilia.
You're not a member of Wooden Sticks?
Wooden Sticks, not a country club.
Well,
it's not private.
What else do we got back here? We got to throw out. Oh, you didn't play in the President's Cup. Let's toss that. You're not Nick Taylor.
Yeah.
Let's
not Tiger Woods either.
Karn, you're not a member there. You're not Irish.
Okay, hurry up and tell me what you think about this.
For me, I'm never going to turn down a gift from somebody that is going somewhere, but I'm not going to pull out let's go Torrey Pines.
Yeah.
Like someone goes to Torrey Pines and they grab me something and I haven't been there and played it myself. I'm probably not going to put it out. You know what I mean? I get that. But if I'm playing the course, why wouldn't I buy it? You're telling me you go to Augusta National and you're playing Augusta National. You're not playing, a media day after the Masters. You're playing Augusta National, and that's the only time you can buy stuff from the Augusta National Pro Shop. You're not buying an Augusta National something or other.
So again, I'll put this into categories, right? The polo, I think, is there's no bounce. You can if you play the course.
The polo is one of the worst ones. That's like
the driver head cover. And again, there's a difference between getting the driver head cover and putting it on display and playing it in your bag.
I play it in my bag every day because it gives me a great memory of who I thought were my friends.
And you were going to disagree on this one. Thought we had aligned values.
I thought we had aligned values and we cared about one another. And it turns out every time you've been looking at my golf bag, you have judged me.
Yeah, I do. That's why I beat you every time.
I think the weirdest one for me is when people go to let's say, again, I'm going to use Torrey Pines yet again because it's in Southern California. And when people go to San Diego, they, for some reason, go to a municipal golf course and pick up without playing it and buying something is a little odd to me. Like going to a place, be like, oh, I've been here, so I'm going to buy that. That's odd.
So again, I'm not going to...
And I've probably done it.
I'm not going to what's the word I'm looking for? I'm not going to go after anyone that does it. But again, if I turn up with you, you're in my playing group, and we're in Ontario, and like I said, you've got a Torrey or a Pebble or a Cypress Point driver head cover on.
Why is that different than the polo?
I can't tell you why.
I rest my case, Your Honor.
You wear a different polo every time you play golf. The driver head cover is a staple. Like that is the
So
the
forever I've
piece.
had a old course bag tag on my bag.
Bag tags are fine.
I think bag tags are terrible. But
so it's just arguing against
it's
yourself.
the only one I have because when I'm in the bad round or something's going on and I'm just not, I just grab
look
it
down.
and I just look at it and I just kind of fiddle with it. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, that's why you play golf. So, so.
It was a fun memory shooting 95 there?
I did not shoot 95. I shot, I think 84.
Okay, there we go.
And I almost made birdie on the last. I hit it to 4 feet and missed.
You didn't do a Rick Shields and hit it off the buildings?
I had a great drive, and then the French guy that we were playing with ran over my golf ball not once, not twice, but 3 times with his push cart on his way to the green because everyone was clapping for him because he hit the green. Did I not tell the story?
How did he run over it? You have told me the story, but just quickly, how did he run over it 3 times?
Zero spatial awareness. So he he's probably 56 yards behind me, and on the right-hand side, there's a bar up top on the rooftop, and everyone's up there. It's late in the day. People are starting getting the drinks, and they're clapping for his shot. And he's looking, he's waving like he's just won.
he's
won
the victory
Open.
lap.
Yeah, he's going to pause on the bridge and take his hat off like he's Jack. And my ball was in his line, and he literally ran over his golf cart. It hit the one tire. He stopped to see what it was, hit the other tire, and then it hit the other. Like, it was like, it went off the front, off the right, off the left. And it was just like, and me and the caddy just laughed like, okay, it was what it was.
Well, let's talk about that one for a second. Spatial awareness on the golf course, especially when it's touching someone else's ball.
Yes.
Like, that is a big one.
Yeah, that is a big unwritten rule, but big thing for me with that is just everyone wants to play ready golf now, and I think it's awesome, but not being aware or looking around to see, is someone else hitting because they're further away? Like, I get ready golf, but like, someone else is gonna hit and then I hear a whack, I'm like, what do you do it? Like, and I've played with groups where they're all hitting at the same time as chaos. I'm like, cool, this is what we're doing right now.
Yeah.
But it's just like, the spatial awareness, are you aware of where somebody is? The one that always annoys me, and it's probably the caddy in my brain, is when people are right behind me, standing right behind me, and they're moving. They're just like, stand off to the side.
And you're really good about that. You do, like, because I think when I first started playing golf with you, and I was relatively new to the game, you step back and you just say, hey, do you mind moving off to the side?
Oh yeah, I'll just say move off to the side, because like, if something catches in my peripheral, like I'm very right-eye dominant. I damaged my left eye when I was young. It's not bad eyesight, but I always kind of depend.
You just notice those flickers or movements.
Because I kind of turn my head a little bit, and so like I'm the peripherals in my right eye. I don't know. It's crazy. I'm crazy. It's fine. So yeah, when people are right behind, but it's also it is a very caddy thing of, you'll see if you ever play with me, I'm always going to have my bag on the right side of the tee block. And if a lefty's there, I will move it after I hit. Like, it's just,
that's definitely the caddy in you.
It's the caddy in me, but it is the spatial awareness of, like, if there's if I'm a righty and there's clubs right behind me, there could be 10 feet behind me. I might be thinking about it, right?
Well, it's funny because I've never noticed it on the golf course, but when we come and play indoor golf, and people line up the bags, and I swing my driver, and like the bags are like a good 2. There's no way I'm going to hit them. They're like 2 feet away. I have to shuffle them over because like it's in my head for some reason.
When we go in, I always put my bag off to the right, where like it's the imaginary tee block. If we're all righties, and then for some reason people don't put them over there, and it's like whatever. But yes, it's spatial awareness is a big one. But speaking of spatial awareness, I got one for you that we both agree that needs to stay. Walking through somebody else's line. I think we're disagreeing again on this.
We're going to disagree?
I think so.
So, yes, absolutely don't do it. Does it impact, for people of our ability, does it impact, the putt? I think it also depends. If it's super soft and it's a 5-foot putt, it's going to,
agree with you on there. Yeah.
But it doesn't affect the putt. Again, for people of our ability, it does not affect the putt as much as you think it does. But again, that being said, I think it's the exact same principle as what you just said. The guy that's standing behind the tee, you're not going to hit him. He's not going to affect your shot, but that thing is in your mind. Like if he does a twitch or a movement or something, it's in your mind. And I think it's the same thing with putting. That's just a general etiquette, respect thing. Don't walk over someone's line, because now, even if it doesn't make a difference to the putt, it's in their head. They think you're a douchebag, and just don't do it.
It's one of those ones where if it never existed, no one would know. No one think to bring it up, because I'm laughing. The only time I was like, I agree with you. If it's soft, it's going to affect it.
Yeah.
But that being said, if you're the 15th group out that day.
Oh,
everyone's walked there, so it has zero effect on anything. Even on the PGA Tour, it doesn't affect their line either.
It's funny.
I just find it funny because when people are like, oh, I say it every single time. It's like, oh, I walked through. I'm sorry. I'm like, 30 other people did a minute ago. It's not going to affect me. It has zero effect on me.
It's so funny you said this because I was actually watching at the Valspar on Sunday. Matt Fitzpatrick missed a putt and he was kind of disappointed. I don't think he meant to do it on purpose, but he kind of like put his putter down and it just scuffed across the surface and you could actually see like a little thing. And it's like someone's could very well be putting right through that in 15 minutes.
Yeah.
So it is weird. To me, it's just you don't need to go out of your way to not walk through someone's
Seems
line.
like you're
Just
more
don't
the
do it.
traditionalist than I get the rep of being at this point.
What good reason do you have to walk through someone's putting line?
You don't have a reason, but
what's that?
My point is it has no effect on anything, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but also at the same time, does it put you out of place? Have you ever thought like, oh God, I've got to walk an extra 20 steps to go around? Yeah.
No, but I also haven't thought. I haven't like, oh, that 120-pound guy just walked through my line, but that 400-pound guy that was just in the group ahead of me stood right here for 10 minutes.
I mean, and this one's an actual rule. It's also the same reason. Forget the fact that it's an actual rule for a second. It's also the same reason you don't stand behind someone when they're putting.
Yeah,
it's just not a good thing to do. Just don't do it.
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
Hats. So 2 things with hats. And we discussed this a little bit at length because a lot of the places we went to in Ireland, they have hats off in the clubhouse.
Kind of everywhere, restaurants. It's definitely maybe more of just a European thing to take your hat off.
Yeah.
Is that a thing in New Zealand? Like you go to a restaurant, you wear a hat and so?
You can. I think it's definitely more of like if you're going to a nice restaurant, again, it's not a rule, but yeah, I don't know. Sorry, we're talking about general restaurants or like golf?
Just general, like you go out. Because I think in Ireland, everywhere we went. I took my hat off every single wear because I was so used to it. I just thought, and then you look around, no one's wearing hats.
It is. Yeah, you're.
And then you're like,
right.
you don't want to be thought of as the American that's wearing their hat inside.
Yeah. Hats off in the clubhouse, I can give or take. I don't really understand it. And that's probably going to be completely at odds with the next thing I say, which is hat off for a handshake at the end of a round. I think is just, again, doesn't put me out. I think it's just a good, respectful thing to do.
Yeah, I try to do it, I guess. I like to do it I love to do it on the 16th hole when you beat a guy. And it's in the middle of the round, and you handshake in the middle of the round. It's so sick.
If you beat someone 3-2 in match play, you definitely take the hat off.
They think they're just walking to the next hole, and they're going to shake hands after. It's like, no, I just won, baby. Get over here. Let's put this flag in here together.
Yeah.
And I start unscrewing the flag to take it like a caddy. And then the group behind me, they're like, where the fuck the flag go?
You're doing the French guy down the 18th.
Just holding the flag. Actually, funny story. One time I was playing golf and you're just in a zone and I, for some reason, brought the flag back to my bag and was about to put it in my bag and was like, what the hell am I got the flag and I had to rush back. I remember it was the 16th hole at Loyalist and there was a group behind me and I was like, what am I doing?
It wasn't even the 18th flag?
No, it was the 16th hole. But that would be pretty funny, like a good bit that you beat a guy somewhere and on the 18th hole you do the caddy, you unscrew it and the flag, take it off. That'd be really funny to do and then bring it over and be like, hey man, do you mind signing that for me?
Yeah. I think we can find one that we probably agree on here.
Okay.
And this is, if you get a hole in one, you are the guy that has to buy, or the girl that has to buy the round of drinks for everyone.
It's gotta go. That's the dumbest shit ever.
Where did this come from?
I don't know. Somewhere in Florida.
Do you know how bad it is in Japan?
No,
so
clearly not.
It's in Japan. They have a lot of clubs around, private clubs will have members hole-in-one insurance. So you put in, I don't know, $50 at the start of the year, and so if someone does make a hole-in-one, it pays. And then if there's a bunch of hole-in-ones, they ask for another $50. So it's not legit insurance. In Japan, there is legit hole-in-one insurance because when you make a hole-in-one, it's not a round of drinks. You have to buy everyone a gift.
Oh,
and
geez.
I don't know if there must be a certain dollar value on this gift, but it's pretty, like, it costs people upwards like thousands of dollars after they make a hole in one.
I think you buy your group a beer, sure, that's fine with me.
Yeah.
It's stupid. It's never made sense. I have a buddy that hopefully he still listens. He hasn't had a hole-in-one, and he wants one so bad that one night we were playing indoor golf, and we were like, "Hey, if you made a hole-in-one inside, would you buy everyone a drink?" He's like, "Oh yeah. I'd have to buy everyone a drink. I'd have to buy everyone a drink." Like that's his mindset. He's like, "I got to do it."
Yeah.
He's like, "I would love to." Like he would be. If he made a hole-in-one and it was early in a golf round, he would be running up to other groups like, "Hey, I made one. Do you want a drink? I gotta owe you. I gotta owe you a beer. I gotta buy. What do you want? Well, I'll buy you that. Okay, you want a double? Okay." And like, it would be chaos. And he's the guy that I hope he gets one so bad because it would.
Well, I want to be there because I'm going to get free drinks from this guy.
Hilarious. It would be hilarious.
Well, it's funny, and there is this for me anyway. There is this pressure to do it because I made my first one last year, and that was actually at a league round out at Loyalist.
Yeah,
and I was like, shit. There was like 80 people there. I did a pitcher per table.
Oh,
a pitcher of beer per table.
So how much that cost?
$240, $250.
Yeah, okay.
Which I think it was 10 pitchers of beer. Yeah, something like that.
That's classy.
I thought that was sort of
that's
reasonable.
Classy.
Yeah,
you're walking.
I'm a classy
around,
kind of
you're
guy.
walking around. You're kind of stepping on their ball marker, but you haven't gotten right around the line. But you're getting close. Yeah.
You put one down here again, which we're definitely going to agree on, which is walking across the green with your bag or your push cart.
We are not agreeing.
Really?
On this. Why can't you walk across the green with your bag on your back?
I cannot believe we're not agreeing on
what?
This.
There is
okay. Sorry, hold on. I think they're two different things.
No, they aren't because I'm going to explain why they aren't.
Okay, sure.
Walking across the green with the bag on the back, so now you have 50 pounds extra on your back. Yeah. Let's call it 40, okay?
And I weigh 50 pounds more than you.
I'm 165 pounds. I got a 30-pound bag on my back.
165. Oh, I'm less than 50 pounds more than you. There we go.
In kilos?
I'm 210
kilos. And so there's an old thing, you shouldn't do that, right? Walk across the screen because you're adding weight. Well, like there's a guy that it doesn't matter how firm it is out there. You know the guy where his shoes look like they're buckling at the seams, like the seams of the bottom. The sole is trying to separate itself from the part, like the part of the toe. Yeah. And that guy's on the green. Why does it matter if I got my bag on my back as I walk across the green? Same thing with the push cart. The push cart's actually dispersing the weight better across 3 wheels. Why does that matter? It's doing less damage than me walking across the green with my spikes on.
You just don't do it.
Yeah, see, I'm against. If you cannot show me the why, then I don't believe in it.
Okay, what if
I need another drink?
What if there's mud on your push cart wheels?
Yeah, then you got a point there. Okay.
Yeah. Look, I know what you're saying, and it's one of the things that maybe doesn't make sense. This podcast is costing me a bottle of scotch right now.
Yeah, I don't know why I think this is an open bar. And even when you came to my place, I was like, I got whiskey, I got beers. You brought your own. I got a hole-in-one, and I'm making you pay. Yeah.
This is the difference in our personalities.
I guess so, but I've offered. That's the difference. Is like when you come to my place, it's my place. Come, it's Shay, Stefan. I'll take care of you. You show up with something. I didn't have anything, so I didn't bring anything. I appreciate the scotch. You weren't drinking it. You would mix it with ginger ale and ruin it.
No, I'm not mixing scotch with ginger ale.
Okay, here, take my scotch.
No, I don't want it.
Drink it.
I've already got a drink. I've got my water because I'm staying hydrated. Yeah, we're not going to we're not going to agree on this one. I look, walking with your bag across is different than the cart. The cart can have also like the leaves, mud. You could if you turn the cart on the green, you could scuff it up. Like
I'll agree with you here.
To me, it's just a simple thing of respect. You spoke at the start of the episode about how much, and we're not playing at TPC Sawgrass every week, but how much effort these guys put in to making the course good, and driving or pushing a cart across the green just has every chance of messing something up, and it's just a general respect thing. Just don't do it.
Okay. I haven't done it. For the record, I haven't done it. But sometimes I'm like,
I want to see that this year.
Can I just go straight here? It's not going to affect anything. I definitely have done it. I've definitely done it.
All right, you picked the last one.
I I'm going to just fire off a few. Honors is dumb. I don't care about honors.
Yep.
If I get a hole, I've literally had a hole in one. And I'm talking to someone, like, you just got a hole in one. Go. I was like, you're there. Just hit the
The
fucking
only
ball.
time I'm doing honors is if I'm playing a competitive round of golf, like a tournament.
Yeah, where it actually matters for play. Yes. Yeah, I agree with you. I think making fun of players that are worse than you is kind of silly.
Oh,
I think it's
completely
in
dumb.
good fun, but like if you're actually like, that guy sucks, he's a 10 handicap. You know how good a fucking 10 handicap is?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
Like-
so, you know how good a 15 handicap is in
Yeah.
retrospect to the broader
average-
spectrum of golf?
Yeah.
So that one's fine. But my biggest pet peeve in golf that I think I actually need written rules. I want on the card. If you were at my golf course, we're going back to the hypothetical of our golf courses. If we were giving carts, and in my golf course, you would only get a cart if you had an injury or you're a senior. That's how I would run my golf course. Very,
So
iron
you've
skull.
gone from one end of the spectrum to you're allowed to walk across the green with your bag to you only get a power card if you're injured or disabled.
Yes, absolutely. But in this hypothetical situation, on the scorecard, it would actually have cart management rules. And the biggest thing that drives me fucking crazy and people don't understand cart management is you have a golf cart. It is supposed to get you to your ball. Not to 50 yards behind your ball, and then you get out and you walk to that golf ball.
Yeah.
You can literally pull it up. I can pull up and almost step on my ball and hit it. That's how close you can get it.
Yeah.
So it would literally, rule 1 would be golf cart must park within 10 yards of golf ball. Would be my rule number 1.
Okay. Yep.
Right. Rule number 2 would be when pulling up to your golf ball, you pull up onto if you are a right-handed golfer, you're pulling up to the right of the golf ball.
Yeah.
If it's a left-handed golfer, you're pulling up to the left-hand side of the golf ball. I have a buddy, I don't know if he's listening, my buddy Matt, he will pull up to the left-hand, as if I'm in the passenger seat, he'll pull up to the left because he's like, well, now you're closer. He's like, yeah, but now the fucking golf cart's in my way as I take my backswing. So that'd be my second rule. And then my third rule would be, obviously how close to the greens it needs to get, but it's just it's so simple. Cart management. Pull it right up to the tee block. Don't pull way back away.
Yeah.
Fucking use the motorized vehicle to your fucking advantage. The amount of people I see that are it's basically cart path. They're running as cart path only, and you don't have to be on the cart path. Drives me crazy. Cart management drives me fucking crazy. That's why I believe you're actually faster playing walking.
Fair enough. Was this your the unwritten rules that you were going to make up, or you got some other ones?
No, that was just a ramble.
That was just a ramble?
I do have a couple unwritten rules.
I agree with you on all that, because I actually played a tournament last year where we drove off the tee. And a couple of us were hitting our shot. Guy was probably 30 yards kind of leftish in front of us. And so he did the right thing. Like, we pulled up to our balls and we hit. And then instead of driving to his ball, he walked to his ball with his rangefinder, got his number, walked 30 yards back to his cart, picked his club, went back to the ball, pinged the number again. And I was like, what are we doing here?
You have all your stuff in that.
Yeah.
It's a vehicle to bring everything you need to the location you are trying to go to. It would be like driving to Toronto, stopping in Oshawa, getting on the GO train, going to Toronto, coming back because your bags are in Toronto. Just make sure Toronto's still there, right? I'm just going to make sure it's there. Okay, I came back, and then driving to Toronto again.
We found one that we agreed on. Anyway.
Oh, God.
I'm actually surprised on some of these that we disagreed
cart
on.
management. That one, and
it would be hilarious to see you be the owner of a golf course, because the
amount of bans, the amount of people that get banned at my golf course.
you just got a wall with
There'd be
pictures.
so many bans. There'd be so many people
but
banned.
I'm just imagining you out there like every 10 minutes in the marshal's car.
Oh, the marshals, that I wouldn't even care. That is the biggest thing for pace of play that I see out there, where it's just like,
oh, it's frustrating for the group behind you too.
Oh, it's so bad.
Yeah.
And then the other thing, stop worrying about the group behind you. Start worrying about the group in front of you. Like, if you're like, the amount of times our people are like, oh, they're right up our ass. Like, no, they're just hitting the golf ball. It doesn't have any effect. Like, where's the group? Are you waiting on the group ahead of you? Then why are you worried about the group behind you?
Yes. I think we're saying the same thing, because you're not saying, hey, you must keep up with the group in front of you, are you? Because that group could be playing at 3:30 pace, and you don't need to play at 3:30 pace.
No, I think it's, you want to try to keep up.
Sure.
It's more, just.
But if they're racing ahead, the focus on the people behind you is, okay, let's make sure they're not waiting on the tee box for 10 minutes while we get away.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing with that is with time management is that, okay, you want to take 5 hours, then you just have to be willing to slow it down even more, and let the group behind you go through.
But now we're getting to a pace of play argument, because that actually doesn't help the golf course, because if they've got a group immediately behind them, letting them through, you just got another group up your ass. You just got to stay on pace. Anyway.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
What are we at? I think I'm at how many have I won tonight?
One. We were winning stuff. I don't know. I won a free bottle of scotch apparently, so I might be ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's go to a couple to wrap up. What would we make up?
So let's go down that route of we're owning a golf course here, and we get to make up some rules.
Let's actually manifest it.
We're
manifesting
manifesting
it out to the universe.
So I think I already came up with one of my cart management rules.
Yep.
My next rule would be there are cell phone designated areas. Now people are going to hate me for this, but I hate playing with a guy and you're in a cart and they're just on their phone. They're just looking at things. I try to not look at my phone at all when I play. I have to be aware of it because I got kids. I could be asked to come home. It's annoying.
So you're saying the rule doesn't apply to you?
No, what I'm saying is there will be certain areas of the course. It's kind of like the 401. Or you see it more in the States where it's like a cell phone check where you come off the highway and you can go check in there.
Yeah.
More of that. Okay, when you're waiting on the tee block, sure, check your phone. But when we're out in the fairway and you're just what are we doing? Do you really need to check Instagram right now?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So that'd be my rule. I remember playing at a golf course in Arizona, and there was a rule you couldn't have your phone. You could not literally have your phone out on the golf course.
Wow.
There was designated spot on the patio you could have your phone. When you went into the locker room, there was a bowl at everyone throw your phone and pull one out. So you're going, but there was literally a bowl sitting there because the reason for
people
was
throw their keys in there by mistake.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at there. Best jokes need to be explained. There was, because there was so many rich people that played at this club, they were doing business inside there, so you had to put your phone in here because it was if not, you could record insider trading stuff. Is what the host told me.
Yeah,
but I would have literally that designated phone areas when you're on the golf hole. Once you leave the tee block, you cannot touch your phone.
Would it be fair to say that the designated phone areas could be on the tee block of each hole? So let's say you're teeing off fourth in your group. You got time to check your kids, your wife, whatever it is, while they're teeing off.
Your Tinder, your Grinder, whatever you're into.
Whatever you're into.
Yeah.
But okay, I think that's fair. I think that's a good. I think it's a good one.
Okay,
I think it's a good one.
What do you got?
Now this is going to sound not spicy. This is going to sound weird coming from me because, I still enjoy a drink. I really used to enjoy a drink. But my thing
yesterday.
No, not yesterday. But my thing would be no alcohol on the golf course whatsoever.
Man, people are not coming to our golf course. How many members do you have?
2.
3.
Me and Stefan.
Outside of you guys. 1. Yeah, 1.
Yeah. But I just think it creates more problems that at the end of the day, it's and I know I'm being the overreaching government with this one, because the thing should be, hey, just trust everyone that they're going to have 2, maybe 3 drinks on the course. People don't. They have 12. And then
what if you had breathalyzers on the 18th hole?
On every tee blocks?
No, it's the 18th hole. You come off the 18th hole.
Oh, okay.
So before you're around, now I'm getting real hypothetical. Before you're around, you're handing over your keys to your car. When you get there, it's only valet parking.
Okay.
So now I'm just taking your thing.
And you got to pass a breathalyzer to get your keys back.
Yes.
I think
so
that's
everything's
good.
valet parking. at your golf course. I'm designing your golf course now. And so there's still, I'm changing your rule a little bit. You can go out and drink, but on the 18th hole, you finish up and you go through a drive-through. And it's a breathalyzer drive-through. And if not...
So you're already in the car driving.
No, you're in the cart. You're in the cart.
Oh, in that, okay. Cart. Yeah.
It's a cart. That's funny. You're in the cart and you go through a drive-through and you got to pass a breathalyzer to get your keys back. And if not, they call you a cab or an Uber, whatever it is, they call you. And then when you get into that Uber and you start driving, they then hand you your keys.
And this is a great moneymaker because to leave your car there overnight, we'll charge them $50.
Fuck yeah. Hell yeah. Actually, we'll do, since we're into service, we actually have
like a home delivery.
Yeah. So instead, like Operation Red Nose that they do during Christmas. So you ever heard this?
No.
So what happens is, okay, you fail your breathalyzer, we're going to drive you home. So
we call that dollar driver.
There you go. Yeah. We drive your car, we drive you home in your car. Someone else picks us up. Boom, we're back.
$150.
$150. Yeah, but you pay that pre-round. You are paying it.
Can you imagine booking a tee time? You're like, 18 holes, power cart, rental clubs,
and then in
drive home.
In fine print, it says you are charged $150 for a drive home.
No, it's just like in the line item. You just add it to cart.
No, you can't even add it. It's auto. So if you're not drinking, you're fine because then right away, so you blow in the breathalyzer, and they hand you your keys and $150 cash.
Oh, okay, fair enough. We're gonna have
So does that?
No one's coming to our golf course.
Does that change your no drinks on the course? If that was,
I was more going for the belligerent drunk guys on the course that are just a complete pain in the ass.
Yes.
And look, it doesn't happen that often, but when it does happen, it ruins your entire round.
I've only ever done that once, maybe. Like I like golf. I enjoy drinking. I don't like golf and drinking. I am a terrible drunk golfer.
We both are.
I think we both figured out we're very similar when we're drinking and golfing, where it's just like...
Only ever done it indoors when we catch an Uber home, by the way.
Yeah, we don't care. And then it's really, the short game, gone. It's gone immediately.
And the speed.
Oh, yeah, like speed's gone.
You hit a drive, you're like, I fucking crushed
and
that.
It's like 92. Like, huh. But then I have our buddy Faz. That guy is unbelievable drunk golfer.
He's just a good golfer. I think for him, you've made this point before. He's played more golf than all of the guys in our close golf group combined, probably twice. And so for him, it's just muscle memory kicks in.
Yeah, but it's insane. There's guys, and then I have certain buddies. Like I have a buddy that he likes to drink on the golf course. He's not a great golfer. He's probably like an 18 handicap, which is pretty good. Pretty good golfer, doesn't care, plays 10 times a year. First couple holes sucks because he hasn't had a couple beers. Has a couple beers from 6 through 12. This guy is like a 2 handicap.
Yeah.
And then after 12, it just falls off the hill because that's when the 8th beers happen. And then the last round is a disaster. So again, but that's each person, as long as we're doing it responsibly. And in our situation, they paid $150 for a ride home.
As long as you're doing it responsibly.
We should bring that down to $100, I think. I think we're asking for too much.
Sure. Okay. Plus a tip. Yeah, because tipping's big here.
Yeah.
But not sorry, I agree with you. Responsible consumption, you're not driving home, and you don't impact someone else's day on the golf course. I don't care if you have 20 beers, but the problem is that doesn't happen. People that have 20 beers absolutely make the day worse for everyone else out there,
Fair.
And that just pisses me off.
Do you have another unwritten rule?
I actually failed with another one. Yeah, no, I don't. Do you have one?
I was hoping you'd have one so I could come up with one in the moment.
We can talk about our guest next week. Well, no, not who it is, but we can give them a bit of a teaser.
We can tell them who it is.
Really?
Why not?
Okay, you announce
come in.
Yeah.
Why don't you can ask the first question next week just to confirm this? I'm going to call this person a friend of mine.
Wow. Okay.
I would say Canadian television legend.
Yep.
Host of TSN panel. Host of everything. Basically everything on TSN, but you will watch him every single day at the Masters hosting. And we have James Duthie coming on next week to kind of preview the Masters, preview kind of his whole year. His year's been crazy, but this guy is a golf sicko.
Yeah.
He he definitely played more rounds of golf than you last year.
Wow.
Yeah, this guy is a golf psycho.
I need
And I'm
his
going to
job.
guess he's probably already played a round of golf outside at this point.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he's been the reason
In Canada.
In Canada.
No doubt. This guy, if for the right round, if I told him,
Oh,
hey,
well, he's gone out west or something like
no,
that.
I'm saying like
in Ontario.
He probably went. I wouldn't when Tarrendowa opened up. I bet you he went and played.
Wow, that's sick.
But maybe that's our first 2 questions next week. Is like you can ask him, is he my friend? If he says no, I'll leave, and then I'll ask him, has he played outside already?
That first question's gonna be a hot one. Are you gonna be sweating on that one?
That's gonna hurt. That might. That might hurt.
Hey, James, if the answer to this question is no, we will end the episode right now. No pressure.
We have played golf together. He did one time FaceTime me out of the blue. Turns out it was a pocket dial. I was on the toilet at the time.
Oh, he's definitely a pocket dial. If it's a pocket dial, that means it's in his like recents.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's more friendly. But I enjoy his company. One of the when you see a guy like that, right? Like there's a little, it's not like a Tiger Woods aura, but we played at Hamilton together last year.
Yeah.
And you can kind of like, everyone stares, oh, is that, because he's famous in
yeah,
Canada.
No,
But then you play with him and you're like, man, this guy's just a guy.
He's just a dude.
Like the stories he was telling us, and it's not like he's worried about us saying things to people. He's just a dude.
And do we stick to strictly golf next week? Because I remember you text me, I guess 6 weeks ago to saying we're trying to get James on. He's been down to the Super Bowl. He's been in Milano Cortina for the Olympics.
I need to know that process. Yeah, for sure. No, I think we got to talk golf. We got to talk about his golf swing. I was listening to Overdrive today, and they were talking about how he, during a panel, they were watching a Leafs game or whatever it was, and during the whole first period, he was just looking at his own swing on his phone.
Wow, so he is a sicko.
He's a true sicko.
That's awesome. Yeah. That's awesome.
Maybe he'll have an unwritten rule.
And we will. Maybe we can say to him it's an exclusive. We'll reveal James Duthie's handicap to the world.
I think you can just look that up.
He could be like Jimothy Duthie on Golf Canada or something.
I think he's like a 9 or an 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, which, as you said, is a very good golfer.
He's a very good golfer. Yeah. I mean, he's old too. Like he's not hit the ball.
He doesn't look. How old is James Duthie? Ooh, we should just ask all these questions next week.
He's like 55.
Yeah. Man, I was saying to Catherine earlier today, I need to get into like the Botox or the something like these guys out there. Like James, dude, the guy looks 40.
I think it's a lot of makeup. I'd say that to him too.
Because he's a friend?
Because he's a friend. He's a golf friend. He was our last guest on Golf Friend.
Oh,
so
really?
Maybe he is a friend.
He's a friend. Okay, I am.
He's a golf friend.
Sorry, we're actually going to have to do some prep for this. We're going to have to instill some level of professionalism somewhere. I don't know where we're going to find it.
It might be more just prepping you on like, let's not jump to the the last question of the interview as the second one.
When we sitting here, I'll be like, hi, my name's Jeff.
God, I think I'm taking it solo. I think I'm taking the interview solo.
Yeah. You'll message me on Monday, be like, hey, here's the interview.
Yeah, let me know when I can come over to your house.
Edit
it. Wait, that was in my basement. I know. Yeah. Catherine let me in. I know the code.
Really looking forward to that. Thanks for tuning into episode 16. As we always ask you to do, hit the subscribe button.
James,
I've
been having water.
I promise you it's not a... What was that?
I've been having water. Yeah. Oh, God.
No, really looking forward to next week. Thanks for tearing that up, by the way. I do the post-production. You do all the rest of it.
I don't do anything.
We'll see you next week for episode 17. James Duthie. Thoroughly looking forward to it. Masters preview.
And a statement from Cole Hackinson.
Well, no, I thought the statement was
hold on. Before we go,
yeah,
what's the counter? If Taylor Penrith doesn't beat Potgieter, what do I have to do?
Well, okay, let's just do this. Let's just
counter statements.
Yeah, just counter statements, right? So if Taylor beats Potgieter, you could close it. This is like the Ryder Cup closed envelope.
In an envelope.
It's in an envelope. The first time I see it, we will open the envelope.
You will open it live,
and read it, and then in reverse.
I don't have to. I'm not worried about it. So the statement doesn't even have to be about what happened. It could be just a statement about anything.
Yeah, sure.
God. You have given me way too much.
But you can't bring anyone into professional or personal disrepute.
Fuck.
Remember, I still have a job. I know you have a job too, but
apparently not.
You kind of run your own shit.
Apparently I run a par 3 on your golf course. Yeah, we bought a golf course together. That's mine over there, that championship design. We're having the Canadian Open next week. And you see that one doesn't really look like a golf course.
You can go and play in flip-flops and a basketball jersey over there. Yeah,
that's Stefan's over there. Come on over, guys.
You're going to be like, in Happy Gilmore 2 when he goes to find Chubbs' son and he's at the little mini putt. That's going to be you.
Mine's going to have it's going to be like there's golfers playing with kickballers and frisbee golfers.
Oh, that's something we should have put down here. Frisbee golf. That needs to go. But no, we can get into that another time.
I'm going deep. I one time looked at the top course ratings in the world for frisbee golf. And they all look like parks. They just look like a park. And I was just like, it made me go oh, okay, that's really underwhelming.
You know what we need to do on this podcast? We need to get better at outros because I think I started the outro 10 minutes ago.
But now people are going to go look up these top frisbee golf courses in the world versus foot golf. Is that what we call it?
Oh, it's so bad.
But they play on real golf courses and stuff.
What do they do? They just cut the hole? Matt, we should save this for another episode.
I got to
go. Yeah, you came in here. You're like, let's keep this under an hour.
I got a statement to write.
Statement to write. James Duthie next week. Real looking forward to
friend.
Your friend. Stefan's one friend.
I found out I lost one today too. That hurt. So
hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, help us out. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next week for the James Duthie episode.
With my new co-host, James Duthie.
All right. Peace. Bye.